Hey guys, so I'm sorry if it's echoey, I'm in the bathroom, but I thought that this was a cool backdrop. As you can tell from the title, this is a book review and I'm like totally psyched about doing this book review. It is Divergent by Veronica Roth, and I'm just going to start out telling you that I give this 5 stars like 100%. I loved this book so much. First of all, I want to talk about the fact that it kind of gets compared to the Hunger Games books. I don't agree with that. I can see the similarities because they're both like dystopia kind of books. But other than that, they're similar enough to where people who like the Hunger Games will like these books. I'm almost sure of it. Divergent is its own book entirely and it's so good. I don't want to say that I like it more than the Hunger Games, but I'm just going to stop with the Hunger Games comparison because I don't compare it to the Hunger Games. It's about a girl who grows up in this dystopia world, and there's 4 different factions, I believe, which are like, factions are like maybe like different cities, and each faction is represented by something. So the abnegation is what she grows up in, and that is, oh, I don't want to mess this up, that is selflessness. And then there's the candor faction, which is honesty, the dauntless faction, which is bravery, and the amity faction, A-M-I-T-Y, that's like peace and love and joy and that kind of thing. And there's one more that I think I'm missing. Oh, the erudite faction, and that's like the really smart people. When you get to age 16 in this world, or whatever you want to call it, you get to choose if you stay with the faction that you grew up in or if you want to transfer to another faction. And so the story is all about this one girl who has to choose between abnegation, which is the faction that she is from, or the other 4 factions, I think. I don't feel like counting right now. So she has to choose which faction she feels that she belongs to, and that's a struggle in itself. Whichever faction that she chooses, which I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to spoil anything, there's an initiation process that she has to go through, and it's a very competitive thing, and you have to fight your way to win. You get rankings, kind of like in the Hunger Games. That is one similarity, but you get a ranking, and that ranking has to do with you picking your job within that faction. So if you're ranked number 1, I think you can pick any job that you want or something like that. And it makes you think. Like, the characters are so real and you feel so connected to them, and it's one of those books where you think about the characters and the plot after you read it, which I love books like that. Like, that's my favorite thing, when books suck me in like that and I feel like I'm really in their world and I'm really experiencing what they're experiencing to where it's on my mind afterward. I love books like that, so this is definitely one of them. So if you like books like that, you'll like this. The plot of this book is just so great, and the writing is just so great. The author, Veronica Roth, I think this is her first book that she's ever written, but from what I can tell from this book, she's an amazing writer, and I really look forward to not just the rest of the series, but other books from her. Sorry, I'm sweating. It's like super hot in this bathroom. But one of my favorite things about this book is the love story, and I'm not going to tell you like who her love interest is because you just have to read to find out. I must say, in this book, the love story does not overtake the rest of the book, which I like. I like that it's not all about that, you know, but it's like perfectly balanced, and the love story is just, I am a sucker for love stories in books, but I don't usually feel this strongly about them to where I'm like, I really like the guy a lot and I really think that they just have to end up together. It took me about 2.5 days to read it, but that was me being lazy. Like, I definitely could have finished this sooner. I could have finished it in 2 days, no problem, but I was just being kind of lazy. So even if you've never read a dystopia book before, I think that you should go out on a limb and try this one. It's great. So I just had to tell you guys about this book and tell you that I highly recommend it, that I give it 5 stars, and I believe this is going to be a trilogy. So the second book comes out in 2012, but I can't remember what month. But anyways, I hope I didn't leave anything out. I probably did, but if I did, you can just look down below at the little thingy underneath. What's that called? Information bar, whatever. And I'll add stuff there if I think of it. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you liked my review. I promise it'll be a little more organized the more that I do them. This one was just a little bit frantic because I was just trying to get it out there and tell you guys about it. My battery's going to die, so I'm going to go now. Bye guys!